find a comfortable seat on your mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones so that you're starting with a nice, sturdy, stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards the spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades together and down the back and place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath and allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, just allow the body to soften. So you'll keep the length in the spine, but just relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Let the knees gravitate towards the earth. Today's class will focus on heart-opening poses. Many of us go through life closed and shielded. Sometimes you can even see it in people. The hunched shoulders, rounded forward, head lowers. If we can learn to open the heart physically, the shoulder blades come together and down the back, the head is held high, the chest broad. We can also be encouraged to open our heart spiritually. When we are closed, we close ourselves off from abundance. Oftentimes, we close ourselves off out of fear or to protect ourselves from something. But when we do that, we could be missing out on possibility. So today we'll practice physically opening the heart space, opening the chest, head held high. And then hopefully we'll be able to carry that off of the mat to be able to walk around with the open heart. It may make you feel a little more vulnerable. But hopefully the abundance and the possibility that you receive will make that worthwhile. So one of my favorite little open heart stories is a little bit silly. It's about Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. And I just had seen an interview with them years ago. And when they first met, Nicole asked Keith, "How is your heart?" And he said, "It's open." And so he was open to start to develop this new relationship. Now, had he been closed, he wouldn't have been able to do that at that time. So I always think about that when I think about opening the heart. You know, if you walk around closed off, you never know what you're missing out on. So we'll work together on that today. Bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Your thumbs can just gently press against the chest, elbows relax. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Om. bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we're going to start today seated. You can have any leg position that feels good to you. We're going to bring our arms up to cactus arms or goalpost arms, so the elbows just come straight out from the shoulders, and then the wrists are right on top of the elbows. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you'll draw the forearms and the palms together. Inhale, open wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, forearms and palms together. Continue moving in and out of these cactus arms, using your breath to guide your speed. The next time those arms open wide, pause here. Watch the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Lower the hands to the knees. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to turn the head to look towards the left. On the inhale, you'll come back to center. And on the exhale, you'll turn that head to look towards the right. Inhale, center. Continue moving with your breath. No need to rush. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. This time, as you exhale, you'll lower your left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, head comes back to center. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Inhale, up. Continue lowering one ear towards the shoulder and then alternating. So one of the biggest culprits in our closed off posture is our phones. Constantly looking down at our phones. And a lot of people are developing neck issues because of that. The muscles are weakening. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. From Sukhasana, inhale, the left arm reaches towards the sky. Create as much length in the spine as you can. As you exhale, you're going to tip to the right. You can walk your fingertips out or bend the elbow. And then you're going to bow out the left ribs. Feel the stretch in the left side of the body. So notice here that my shoulders are stacked. I'm not turning my chest towards the ground. We want to have a nice open chest here. Slowly bring yourself back up. You can place your left arm by your side. Reach the right fingertips towards the sky. Create as much length in the spine as you can. As you exhale, begin to tip to your left, bowing out the right ribs. Make sure you're not turning towards the ground here. Slowly bring yourself back up. So next, what you're going to do is clasp your hands together behind your back. Bring the shoulder blades together and down the back, so you're pressing the fist towards your mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to hinge forward from the hips as the fists reach towards the sky. Slowly bring yourself back up. You can release your hands. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see the next pose. We're going to practice cow face pose arms. If you have a strap, grab that. If you don't, it's okay. You don't necessarily need it. If you have a strap, you'll place it in the right hand. On the inhale, the right arm lifts. Exhale, bend the elbow, placing the hand between the shoulder blades. See if you can reach around with the opposite hand and grasp the fingertips. If not, you can hold on to the strap. So when you're in this pose, oftentimes what I'll see is this. But we want that chest open, the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. So you're hugging the bicep into the ear, focusing on your breath. Release the fingertips. Place those hands on the thighs. So you'll place the strap in the other hand if you're using one. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, bend the elbow, hand between the shoulder blades. Reach around with the opposite hand. See if you can grasp your fingertips. If not, you've got your strap there to hold on to. Nice, tall spine, balanced breath, open chest. Release the hands, place them on the knees. You can place your strap to the side and come to all fours, hands and knees. Remember, when we're on all fours, knees are just hip width apart. They're slightly behind the hips. Hands are shoulder width apart. The hands are slightly forward of the shoulders. Hi, Dolly. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs, coming to extended child's pose, so the elbows are up off of the mat. As you inhale, come back up, all fours. We'll just move in and out of child's pose. Again, letting the breath guide your speed. Come back up to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Bring your awareness to the point between your shoulder blades and relax. Tuck the tailbone slightly. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to round the spine towards the sky. And then as you inhale, the belly is drawn down towards the mat, the bottom and the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, belly draws down. Continue moving between cat and cow. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Here, you're going to take your hands forward about one hand length. Begin to shift the hips back as the chest and the head are drawn down towards your mat. You can place your chin or your forehead on the mat for puppy pose. slowly come back up. Bring the hands back to just slightly forward of the shoulders. Walk the hands towards the knees so that you come up to kneeling. On the inhale, the arms sweep up. As you exhale, the arms sweep out wide as you hinge from the hips and your head turns to the right. Let the hands come to meet at the sacrum. As you inhale, use the core, bring yourself back up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hinge, arms out wide. This time, turn the head to look towards the left. Use the core, bring yourself back up. Head and neck to neutral, arms up overhead. Continue moving with your breath here. The next time you turn the head to the left will be our last one, and then we can just meet kneeling. So take your time if you're not there yet. Next, we're going to practice Utkatasana. Yes, camel pose. So we're going to practice a baby camel. So take your hands to the sacrum, that triangular bone at the base of the spine. Shoulder blades come together, hug the elbows together. Notice that the hips are on top of the knees here. So you're going to press down through your foundation. Begin to lift up with the sternum. So we're leading with the heart. And then we'll take it back for a back bend. So we want to keep Francis, here. Excuse me. Come here, Francis. Sorry about that. So we go back into this back bend, but we want to keep the knees over the hips. The hips over the knees. So you'll see this a lot. Even in magazines, you'll see this. And that's not camel pose. Camel pose is when our hips stay above the knees, lift up through the sternum, and then take it back. Slowly bring yourself back up, and we'll hinge forward to child's pose. So we'll rest in child's. You can lower your elbows, cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead, whatever feels restful. Come back to the balanced breath. From child's pose, on the inhale, you'll come up to all fours, hands and knees. Step forward with the right foot. As you inhale, the arms sweep up and the hips lower towards the mat. So notice my right knee does not jut out past my ankle here. Bring the arms to cactus arms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the forearms and the palms together. Inhale, arms open wide. Exhale, together. Inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, together. Inhale, cactus arms. Lower the hands, one on either side of your right foot. Shift your hips back, the right toes come up off of the ground, As you fold forward, feel the stretch in the back of that right leg. Shift the body forward once again. The foot comes to the floor. Bring your right knee back to meet the left. Take a moment to shift back to child's pose. And as you inhale, come back up, all fours. Next, we'll step the left foot forward between the hands. On the inhale, the arms sweep up as the hips lower. So I used to always say shift your hips forward, but I'm learning that it's more appropriate to lower the hips. So instead of moving front to back, we're moving up to down. Keep your navel drawn in. Bring the arms to cactus arms. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the forearms and the palms together. Inhale, arms open wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, palms and forearms touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. One more time, keep those arms nice and wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then lower the hands, one on either side of the left foot. Shift your hips back. The left toes come up off of the ground as you hinge from the hips, folding forward over the left leg. So here, just subtly, you can draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and maybe hinge a little further. Shift the body forward once again, placing the left foot on the mat, and then step your left knee back to meet the right. From here, we're going to take our hands forward about 1 hand length so that we really start to feel our core engage. Actually, never mind. Bring those hands back. Sorry. Take the knees back. I mean, I guess that's kind of the same thing, right? Inner elbow looks at the spot in front of you, and then you're going to start to bend your elbows. I don't know what I'm doing here. So I did something wrong. Come back up. Let's start to all fours. Sorry about this, guys. Basically, I'm trying to get you to come to a knee down plank. So, knee down plank. Core is engaged. Hug the elbows in. Start to bend the elbows towards the space behind you as you slowly lower. Here, we'll sweep the chest through the arms, rising to either baby cobra with bent elbows or cobra with straight arms. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and breathe. Shift back to child's pose. Rest here. Come back to that balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. And now let's come back up to all fours, hands and knees. So we're going to begin to move into downward facing dog. From all fours, you'll curl those toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. Your knees lift. As you press back, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Make sure those hips are pointing to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Place your hands on your hips, press down through the feet, and we'll come up to Tadasana, mountain pose. So our feet are parallel to each other and they are femur width apart. Hips are stacked on the knees, knees stacked on the ankles. Pelvis is in neutral, so for a lot of us that means we need to draw the tailbone towards the floor, navel towards the spine, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, shoulder blades together and down the back. I did not realize that other door was open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms lower. Continue with your arm raises. You guys are very noisy today. I always tell people I live in a zoo. I kind of do. So we're moving up, raising and lowering the arms with the breath, keeping the knees soft always. When you raise the arms, you're reaching as tall as you can. The next time the arms are up overhead, allow the palms to come together to touch, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bring those arms out like cactus arms. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, draw the palms and the forearms together. Inhale, open wide, fill those lungs. Exhale all of the air out. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. The next time the palms come together, you can pause there and lower the arms by your sides. So standing in Tadasana, nice soft knees, we're going to shift the weight to the left foot. Bend the right knee, see if you can grasp the right foot with the hand, and just draw the right heel towards the right glute. Lower the right knee, or right foot. Soft knees, shift the weight to that right foot. Bend your left knee. See if you can grasp the left foot and just pull the foot in towards the glute. Release that left foot, coming back to Tadasana. Clasp your hands together behind you. Shoulder blades together and down the back. Draw the navel in towards your spine. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward as the fists reach up towards the sky. Relax the head and neck. Watch your breath. Press down through your feet. Use the core, unhinge, come all the way up. Release the hands. Standing at the top of your mat, as you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. So from here, we're going to step back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you'll sweep the right leg out behind you. Float forward as you step that right foot forward between the hands, or you can just pick the foot up and move it. Root down through the sole of the left foot, toes point out slightly to the left. As you inhale, arms sweep up, the right knee bends. Bring the arms to cactus arms. So we find ourselves in warrior one, with cactus arms. Reach the arms towards the sky. Place your left hand on the back of the left thigh, and then we're going to take it back to reverse warrior. So we have an open chest, we're taking a back bend, focusing on the breath. Slowly bring yourself back up, and then we'll cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of that right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Make sure the hips point to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Float forward as you step that left foot between the hands, or just pick the foot up and move it. Root down through the sole of the right foot, toes point out slightly. As you inhale, arms sweep up, warrior one. Come to cactus arms, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Extend the arms up towards the sky. Place the right hand on the back of the right thigh. Draw an arch across the sky as you take it back. Reverse warrior. Slowly bring yourself up. Cartwheel your hands down, one on either side of the left foot. Step back, down dog. Start to walk the feet forward once again, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Bring your hands to the hips. Press down through the feet and come up to standing. So next we'll take a nice wide stance on the mat. If you have a strap, you'll grab that. If not, it's okay. You can do this without a strap. Also, you don't need a yoga strap. You can use a long t-shirt or a belt or a scarf, anything really. So we'll take a nice wide grasp on the strap. As you inhale, arms reach up. Oh, and we're taking a wide stance too. Sorry about that. Lower those arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms lower. So some of you will keep doing this, just lifting and lowering on the front side of the body. If it's okay for you, you'll inhale up and then exhale, lower the arms behind you, but only if it's okay for you. Inhale back up, lower in the front. So you'll either be lowering in the front only or alternating, lowering in the back and lowering in the front. And you're moving with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. The next time you lower the strap in the front, you can pause there and just place the strap to the side. Come up on the heel of your left foot, turn the toes in slightly. Come up on the heel of that right foot, toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to your mat. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to let that right knee bend so that it doesn't go out past your ankle. Now, right now we find ourselves in Warrior Two. A tiny little adjustment that we can make to help open the chest is just turn the palms to face the sky, and you can feel how that opens you up. So we want to keep the opening and just turn the palms to face the floor. Bend your right elbow. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tip to the right, bringing your forearm to your thigh, the palm faces the sky. So what do we do with this left hand? Yeah, you can either slide the arm so the bicep is right over the ear, or hand on the hip. And how do you choose? Well, if your bicep is over the ear and you've got a nice open chest, stacked shoulders, you're good to go. Oftentimes, people will start to turn their chest towards the floor. If that's the case, it may be better for the hand on the hip, and then you'll spin the lower ribs towards the front of the room to stack the shoulders, open the chest. Press down through the feet. Use that left hand to bring yourself back up to warrior two. From here, you're going to straighten the right leg. Begin to reach the right fingertips to the space in front of you, and as you exhale, tip to the right for Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So same thing here. Make sure you're not turning towards the floor. If you are, it might mean you've gone down too low, so you could try coming up a little higher. We want our stacked shoulders, open chest. Press down through the feet. Use the left hand, bring yourself up. As you exhale, lower your arms. Bring your feet to parallel. On the inhale, the arms sweep up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet, come up to standing with the wide legs. Next, you'll come up on the heel of that right foot, toes turn in. Come up on the heel of the left foot, toes turn out. Arms parallel to the mat. Make that little adjustment by turning the palms to the sky, and then keep that opening and just turn the palms to face the floor. Bend your left knee, and then bend the left elbow. On the exhale, tip to the left, forearm to the thigh. The right arm can slide so that the bicep is right over the ear, or the hand can be on the hip. Focus on the breath. Extended side angle pose. Press down through the feet. Use that right hand to bring yourself back up. As you inhale, straighten the left leg. Begin to reach towards the space to your left, and on the exhale, tip to your left, Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Press down through the feet. Use that right hand, bring yourself up. Lower the arms, feet come back to parallel. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Place your hands on your hips, press down through the feet to come up. We'll step those feet together, and then we're going to just come down to all fours, hands and knees. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, chest to the thighs. Inhale, all fours. So again, we'll move in and out of child's pose, moving with the breath. The next time you come to all fours, pause there, and we'll come to lay down on our bellies. So just lay down on your belly comfortably. You'll bring your hands so that they're right next to your chest, and then hug those elbows into the body. We're going to practice cobra or baby cobra. So you'll press your hands into the floor, and then you'll press the hands towards the feet, which will cause the body to shift forward, and then you rise. But notice, I can lift my hands here. I'm not using my arms to do a push-up. I'm using my back and my core to lift my body. As you exhale, lower. Traction the hands towards the feet. The body sweeps forward as you rise. Exhale, lower. 3 more on your own. When you finish, you can just roll over onto the back and hug the knees to the chest. With Cobra, remember to relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take your time. Once you're laying on your back, you'll hug the knees to the chest and rock side to side. Lower the soles of the feet to the mat. The feet are parallel to each other. Arms by your sides, palms face the floor. We're going to do dynamic bridge pose. Before you lift, draw the pelvic floor up, the navel in towards the spine. Engage both of the glutes. Press down through the feet and lift the hips. As you exhale, lower the hips. So make sure to do all of that engagement before you lift. Moving with the breath. The next time you lower the hips, pause there. Bring your arms out like a T, the palms face the sky. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we'll twist to the left. So you're lowering your legs over to the left, bringing that left leg to the mat, the right leg just rests on top of it, just comfortably. If it's okay for your head and neck, you can turn the head to look towards the right. Slowly draw the knees back towards the chest, and on the next exhale, you'll tip the legs over to the right. If it's okay for the head and neck, you can turn the head to look towards the left. Slowly draw the knees back to the chest. Keep the arms out like a T. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Rotate your ankles. Reverse the direction of your ankle rotation. Let those ankles become still. Lower the soles of the feet to the mat. Let the soles of the feet come together as those knees open up out to the sides. Take your index fingers, link them together, and then bring those arms up overhead, making a circle around the head for a figure 8. Close your eyes and watch the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana. If there's anything that you need to be comfortable for the next 5 minutes, please feel free to grab it. If you have everything that you need, you'll just lay on your back with those legs extended out, nice and long, arms by your sides, palms face the sky. If this is not comfortable for you, you can modify the pose. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and let the eyes just rest in their sockets. Let the feet just flop open and let the shoulders gravitate towards the ground. Let your natural breath take over. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the space around you and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make subtle movements. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, rotate through the wrists and the ankles. You can turn that head gently from side to side. Stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up, and then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. You can use your arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, you can bring the hands together at the heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for working on opening the heart or the heart space physically. And as you go through your day off the mat, just notice when you are faced with a decision. And you can choose whether you will make your choice based on fear or based on your open heart. And I hope that you choose the open heart. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.